Hi, I'm Brady, and welcome to Wilmansky Farms. All right, it's currently about 3 degrees right now. We've got some morning chores to do, so we'll feed and water the chickens, cows, and pigs, and also the little kitty cats. So come along as we fight the -3 degree weather this morning. All right, pullets have done. They have done really well here in the cold. To get ready for them, I just tarped the north side, kept the south side open, and then they're actually tractors guarding the east and west side. So you can see these snow drifts actually quite a bit up the side of them, but they have been perfectly warm. The only thing is we got to haul water to them a couple times a day along with feed. So we just bring it out here water, breaking up if anything's frozen, and then redoing that. So it's a good opportunity to check on them too. But they have really done really well, so happy to see that they have battled the storm conditions and done well. Once things start thawing out here in a couple days, they'll start coming out again. All right, let's go check on the laying hens now, the ones that are actually laying eggs. All right, it's not even 8 o'clock yet and eggs are already cracking. So this is why we have to come out here several times a day in this weather. Otherwise they'll expand when they freeze and crack. All right, laying hens are the same as the pullets. They'll stick their heads out and see kind of what's going on, but then they go right back in. Everybody's looking good though, getting a few eggs. A lot of them are cracked, but that's just what happens when it's so cold. All right, on to the pigs. All right, so when leaving the layers earlier, the players decided it wasn't gonna start. So it's been a few hours, we're back up and running. Now we're gonna feed and water the pigs and the cows and wrap up the chores that we didn't get done this morning. All right, this is what's left of our older group of pigs. We decided to end up bringing them in the stalls for a couple reasons. One is we didn't know how bad the storm was going to be, and we wanted everyone to be in a central location. That way we could keep an eye on everybody and take care of what they needed without having to drive all over the farm. The second reason is once the snow starts to melt, it's going to be really muddy out in the pasture, and they would make a mess out of it. So instead of them being out there to root up and make the pasture all muddy, we decided to bring them in here until things start to dry up. So they'll be in here for a couple more days, and we'll get them right back out to pasture. All right, these pigs are fed. Let's go hope that we drained our hoses properly and we can get them some more water. All right, good to go. Always a fear when you're dealing with these freezing temperatures that you don't drain a hose properly. That causes all kinds of issues and lots of extra work. So good to see the water's flowing here. Let's get these guys some hay. All right, got these guys fed. Water's filling up now and got them some clean bedding. We'll sit here for a little bit while the water fills up, and then we'll head over and check on the cows. All right, got the pigs wrapped up. Now we are going to try and get the water going for the cows. So we have a few hundred feet of hose here that we drained last time we used it. So hopefully, and I disconnected each hose section by section, so that way it'd be a little bit easier to drain. So hopefully, I'm gonna hook these up one by one, and hopefully we get water at each one and all the way down to the cow's water. That would make it a good day. All right, let's go check it out. All right, well, that's exciting. Let's go on to the next section, connect it, and see if we got water coming out of the end of that. All right, we have water on this section of the hose also, so one more to hook up. We'll see if we got water to the tank. All right, that's exciting, big deal. Let's get this into the water tank, get the cow some water. All right, while the water's filling up, let's unroll this bale of hay for the cows. That's not the easiest thing I've ever done, is push a bale of hay through some snow, but the cows are happy and they're fed. We got it done. All right, water's still filling up and has a ways to go, so we're gonna go inside and warm up for a little bit. We'll come back, turn the water off, drain the hose, and get ready for the next time. All right, the water tank is full now. It's not supposed to get above freezing pretty much the rest of this week, so we're gonna drain the hose out so that way we can keep using the hose. The way we're gonna do it is we're gonna leave the hose on and go through section by section and disconnect it and drain it as we go. That way the water continues to run and doesn't freeze while we're waiting to drain the hose. All right, let's go do it. All right, there we have it. All the animals are fed, watered, hoses are drained. Ended up being quite the day today. We appreciate you guys coming out with us. We'll be ready to do it again tomorrow. We appreciate you guys stopping by with us today. We'll see you all in the next video.